Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today for our FFG Live. We're going to be playing some Twin Suns, talking about deck building, offering tips and tricks for those of you who are interested in playing this casual format for Star Wars Unlimited. I'm your host, Xander Tabler, and I'm joined today by two people that you might have recognized, especially over the last couple of weeks. You've been consistently here with us, Ryan.
Been hanging out, yeah.
So Ryan Miles, developer for Star Wars Unlimited. Tyler Parrott, creative lead of Star Wars Unlimited.
Hello once again.
Hello. And we have a very new face who you unfortunately couldn't join us when we had most of the rest of the new members of the team a couple weeks back, but we did hint and say that you were going to be joining us at some point. Michael, would you like to introduce yourself to everybody?
Hey, thanks, Xander. Yeah, my name is Michael Dunsmore. I'm a designer on Star Wars Unlimited. And you're just now getting to see me because I just relocated from California here to beautiful Minnesota.
Just as nice weather,
to
right?
join the team. Yeah. I guess just like quick background on me, I've been designing board games for about 6 or so years. I was working with an independent game developer studio, which meant that I had lots of board game publishers who would hire me to work on their stuff on the back end. And so you probably never saw my name on a box, but I was working on a lot of stuff. And probably I'd say my proudest games that I've worked on previous to this awesome game would be the Kabuto Sumo line of games, which is a dexterity pushing party game. And my personal baby is a game called Starfighters Rapid Fire, which is a dice rolling Starship Command Ameritrashy extravaganza. If anyone out there has played it, comment because I'll be very happy. But I'm really excited to be here on the Star Wars team. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. I'm a huge fan of this game. I started playing it literally on release weekend, and so this is a dream come true.
And now you'll never get to stop playing it ever again.
And you get to talk about Star Wars as much as you always have wanted to.
Yeah.
Work, right?
That is true. Now my work colleagues can be annoyed, but they can't stop me.
Exactly.
I love it. All right, so thank you all for joining us. We are really excited to talk a little bit about Twin Suns format. We played some games since the format has changed to the 80 card singleton format. I saw some people in the chat talking about this before about why is a singleton, different pieces like that. But yeah, we just wanted to kind of talk about some of the decks we brought today, deck building, general tips, tricks, some ideas that we use as we're putting together decks for those who have maybe never jumped into Twin Suns and aren't quite sure where to start. So we'll also be sharing all of our deck lists after this in the comments of this video separately. So even if you have questions about specific deck lists as we post them, reply to those comments and we'll try to get answers from all of us here to help answer any of those, why did you choose this card versus this card? Have you thought about this type deal? Tell me I'm wrong. That's perfect. I love that. So yeah, why don't we start talking about the decks, and then we'll kind of talk about like generic ideas of where we go with Twin Suns. And so, Michael, why don't we start with you?
So I love cunning and I love bounty hunters. So this is Cad Bane and Boba Fett pilot from set 4, Jump to Lightspeed, with my yellow base. And the idea here is I get to play Underworld cards, and then something cool like a Doctor of Ozon, and then Cad Bane gets to do a damage, and then Boba says, "Hey, wait, you did a non-combat damage. I also do a damage," and so I can go ping ping and get both of my shots off. Oh. And that's what the deck's trying to do.
Yep, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that actually, but that's all right. I've got a great
Excuse you.
Yeah,
We
okay,
came
we're
prepared
fine.
for this.
Yeah, you should be not a fan of that.
I'm not a fan of this, yeah.
Very cool. So yeah, are there any other cards that you put in there that you're like, hey, I want to call this out as something that I include as an important piece of this deck?
I mean, so I'd say, yeah, there's like Underworld cards, and there's also just other cool cards that do pings, like, you know, the new First Order Stormtrooper and the Elite P-38 Fighter.
Yeah.
Just try to get that reliable extra damage every turn, every round. I guess we don't really have turns the wrong term.
Yeah.
And then, of course, because I'm playing double yellow, I get to play all the best fun double yellow cards. So you got to throw in a Final Showdown, try to take an extra round if you can. You know, you got to throw in Jar Jar Binks. He's
The best double yellow card.
the best double yellow card, especially in Twin Suns, where there's just so many more targets out there. So, yeah, I think I'm going to be super annoying, and that's my game plan.
That's a perfect game plan. That's exactly what you would have
You
Twin
can see
Suns
why
does.
Jar Jar is
Sounds-
your
yeah.
quintessential card here, yeah.
Yeah.
You should really just put them in your opening hand before you shuffle.
I mean,
Don't do that.
don't watch me on camera as I do that.
Yeah. Starting off strong with cheating on your first stream seems like a good spot. All right, Tyler, what do you got for us?
He's been spending too much time playtesting.
There we go.
Hello. You might remember this deck from like 4 months ago when we did this for the Twilight of the Republic Twin Suns stream. I had an Anakin and Padme deck then, but I have since upgraded it by swapping Padme for Obi-Wan because I heard there were pingers coming.
Who would do that?
What?
Yeah, also healing my
Could've been
base turns out important when Anakin Skywalker exists. So this is just an Anakin Skywalker Obi-Wan Kenobi deck. I like my decks in graphs, so these are my ground units and my space units and all the rest. It mostly just has a low curve. It plays to the board aggressively, and it tries to have the most health at the end, which is the objective.
Yeah, that is usually how the game works, right?
I get to play all my favorite Clone Wars era characters, whether it's R2D2 or Ahsoka or Padme, who are all cunning. Fun fact.
Nice.
That's why I'm at Petronaki Arena.
That makes sense. And Petronaki Arena sodas.
Look at this theme. Look at the theme
That is
of,
really nice.
of Obi-Wan, Anakin in the arena fighting.
It's not bad.
That's
pretty good, yeah.
Very thematic. Love that. So I've got here Mos Eisley, Rose Tico, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I have played this deck on stream, but I've made some changes to it that I think, fingers crossed, are for the better. But I did fairly well that first time, and so I wanted to bring a deck that I could talk about, you know, actually going through like iterative process and like trying to figure out what this deck does instead of one of the ones I'd throw together like, yeah, this will be cool, and call it a day. And so this one is just, you know, Mountains of Restore, anything that heals other units, not even just friendly units. I want to make sure that I have the ability to negotiate around this table.
Yeah.
Or if the Sentinel is going to keep Tyler from hitting Ryan and knocking him out, I can try to, you know, keep things moving in the right direction for me. It's obviously, I'm going to do nice things around the table, but
But red-yellow doesn't have a
yeah,
lot
they
of
don't have
sentinels.
any healing. Yeah, so maybe
Well,
I
they
just,
don't have any sentinels
Oh,
either.
yeah, exactly. So I
So we
think
can just go beat them up.
we could just go beat, or I can make sure
can
those
try.
things.
There you go.
I'll keep their things alive so they can hit you.
Oh,
Get rid of your
okay. Oh,
sentinels.
okay. I see how this works.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to check it out on that side and see what it can do now.
Yeah.
Brian, what do you got?
Yeah, you had mentioned this was a casual format. I must have missed the memo. I'm bringing Jango Fett Concealing the Conspiracy and Boba Fett Collecting the Bounty, which were so powerful you can't play them in normal formats, but you can in Twin Suns.
Yeah.
So of course I'm pairing them with the best base, which is Tarkin Town. So we've got another yellow-red villain pairing. My key cards first up, Triple Dark Raid, helps me grab all my vehicles. Just a very powerful card, I think, really, really good. You need units with good stats, so I've got DJ, a 3/5 for 3. You know, you've got the Smuggle with double yellow, just seems like a really good card. And then of course you've got all your vehicles, your Devastators, your War Juggernauts, just trying to do the most powerful thing I think I can possibly do. And we're gonna win this one pretty easily for the developers. So that's my plan.
I haven't, seen some of those cards played very often, so I'm looking forward to figuring out how they work.
I'm glad that you're showing that they can show up in Twin Suns.
Yes.
And I think a lot of them are going to put a target on your back, so this makes our lives easier. I don't have to be
Well,
like,
I've got a
it's not me.
yellow-red villain buddy over there.
Yeah,
We're even
that's
playing
true.
Boba Fett
Wait.
together,
I
so
don't
we
know,
might...
Clearly, in Twin Suns, whoever heals the most is the target.
I think
we
that's
all
correct,
know
yeah.
this.
I-
Xander.
It's not.
is why
I'm healing. I'm healing
target
you.
Xander.
I'm healing you. I'm doing this for you.
Xander is always going to have the most health. I can promise you Xander will always have the most health.
That's
so we
true.
should always target Xander.
That sounds like a great
would.
idea. I'm on board with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. We got what our decks are. If you have any questions about them, please toss them in the chat. Happy to do it. Go through all the questions and things. But let's talk a little bit about Twin Suns' format. I wanted us all. I mentioned when we were planning this to kind of chat through some of the things that we look for as we're building decks. and the things that we want to put in it, and the things that we find most important in Twin Suns rather than Premier or rather than any of the limited formats. And so yeah, why don't we just like kind of go around? Anybody who can start off. Tyler, do you want to start off with some of the things that you look for in Twin Suns as just general ideas of deck building tips?
Yeah, one of the things that's most important to me in Twin Suns, as opposed to other formats, is the ability to surprise your opponents with a change in health totals. Whether that is surprise strike, being changing the math of what's on the board, right? If everyone else is planning for, well, no one can defeat this base this round, so we're going to play this way, and you're like, oh, just surprise, I get to deal 6 damage when you thought I could only deal 3, and now the base is defeated, and I'm probably going to win. Alternatively, ways that you can surprise heal your base, whether it's a redemption or a smuggler's aid, ways to change the health totals of bases without your opponents knowing about them are going to be extra powerful in this format because it's going to give you a tactical advantage when you're trying to be the person with the most health on your base at the end.
Yeah, Smuggler's Aid I think is a really important one that consistently comes up at the very end. It's
genuinely put one Smuggler's Aid in every hero deck I build for Twin Suns, period.
There you go. That is probably the best Heroes of card for Twin Suns, easily. Ryan, what do you have for us?
Yeah, I think one of my key tenets of Twin Suns is just that the blast token is the most important thing. It's important to always be blasting. Not only making sure that you're dealing damage to everybody else, but just not taking that blast damage yourself. It seems way more important than initiative, and I even value plan more than the initiative token. Yeah. There's just so many actions that kind of happen around the table, and you kind of don't want to be the first one to go some of the times. So I value initiative very low. I value blast very highly, and additionally, in Premier formats, I think ambush is probably the best keyword. In Twin Suns, it is Sentinel. It is so important to be able to keep your own life total safe when people are trying to end the game, and just making sure that you're putting up as many roadblocks as possible so you're not the target makes it so much better than I think in the normal formats.
Love it.
So that's why you brought leaders with no Sentinels, right?
Yeah, but we got a lot of Sentinels in here, don't worry.
Okay, good.
Oh boy. All right, Michael, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I guess for me, I always like to play leaders in Twin Suns that I feel make an impact on the board state without me having to worry about what I'm drawing out of my deck, because it's a singleton format with a big deck. And so if I'm like, hey, I only have a fun time if I draw 1 out of 80 cards, I'm telling myself I'm going to have a bad time most of the time, right? So I like leaders that consistently, however I draw my deck, they're at least going to do their thing. They're going to have an impact on the game state. I'm going to feel like I'm engaged and participating in the experience. And so that's really important to me. I like that's where I gravitate towards with leaders. And then I also just like to look for cards that excel in this format, right? Whether, it allows your experience to feel a little bit different if you play different cards in your deck. Like we were joking about putting Jar Jar in earlier. Jar Jar, is a risky card, maybe in Premier, but in this format, he actually is a very good card. The chances are that he's hitting someone other than me goes up dramatically. In which case, his stats are crazy good for throwing out 2 extra damage. So, and there's other kinds of cards I know in some people's deck. I think we're going to see a Zero the Hut maybe today, which is another great example.
Merciless Contest?
Merciless
Contest and No Bargain are
No Bargain.
No Bargain's one of my favorites.
For the same reason that I like playing Heroes and for Smuggler's Aid, I like playing Villainy for Merciless Contest.
Yeah. I have no units. Everyone else also has no units.
Yeah. So I think that's my deck building strategy when it comes to Twin Suns is play stuff that is better in this format and make sure I can do something.
Yeah, anything that calls out,
that makes sense.
Opponents or like multiple.
Each opponent.
Every time, got to go that way.
Hey, card's really good in Twin Suns for that reason.
What's that?
War Juggernaut.
War Juggernaut is awesome.
Everybody's units in every arena. It's crazy.
Oh, that's so much damage.
We have fun.
I had to debate really hard on which one of my 2 favorite Twin Suns decks that I'm currently playing to bring. But I went with this one because, I've been doing some changes, but I think it's more emblematic of the point I wanted to make, which is having abilities that you have to trigger as an action on your leader is good in Twin Suns. Going last is good. Like, you might not get the benefits of these 3 things, but getting to take uninterrupted actions is almost always worth it. So having a variety of things that I can trigger just to delay things one more round to force Michael to play a card, or for Ryan to finally have to attack so I can trigger something else is always nice to have the option.
So how many times are you going to trigger Rose with no vehicles that have attacked?
Hopefully none. Hopefully I'm healing somebody else and getting a benefit myself.
Oh, okay.
But that's why I think it's really important. So I have Rose and Obi-Wan who both have action, heal something. Obi-Wan being 1 damage from any unit, Rose being heal 2 damage from a vehicle that attacked this phase. A little more specific, but I like the value out of it, and plenty of good ships now and vehicles. I also think for different points, I also think I like low-cost units and events a lot more in this format than Premier. Premier, I usually find myself playing on curve a lot of the time, unless I'm doing like low to the ground, sprint through things. But in this, I would actually rather play on, turn 5. I have 6 resources. I'd rather play a 4 and then like a 2-drop event or something for the same reason of slowing down my actions and also having a multitude of things out there. So that way, one player can't ruin my entire day.
Why are you pointing at me?
Because you have vigilance, so I'm just worried about you. But one thing can't ruin my entire day on that, and I have more spread of resources across the table. Is one of the things that I find pretty important. Also, card filtering and card draw, also incredibly important, which is fun to play with like Dr. Pershing and things like that. And you're usually going to get targeted immediately, but one card draw is pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's why I actually value the plan token even more. I know somebody's going to take the blast before I ever can because I want to go later. But even if I can grab the plan and just grab something off the top of my deck, we're in good shape. Especially if you have somebody like Yoda where you're, making sure the top of your deck is what you want to be drawing, or Thrawn, perfect time.
Yeah, to your point, my deck, which has 80 cards in it, has only 9 cards that cost more than 5.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was going to say, I think mine's a bit low too.
Yeah, because playing multiple cards is a really good way to not get run over.
Yeah. Yep. Imagine if you could like spend 5 resources on turn 5 and then still play a 2-drop afterward. That'd be like really.
That'd be
crazy
so
for Twin
good.
Suns, right? Like that'd be.
I don't know how you never do that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You have to like
gotta
ramp
get
or something, but we'll figure it out.
I think there's a leader that does that. His name is Solo something.
Solo, yeah,
Something like Close. Feels like it. And so I saw some questions from the chat. Somebody asked about why this format is singleton. So Tyler, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. The short answer is because this is a casual focused format. Variety is really important. A lot of the reasons, one of the main reasons that players come to a trading card game or any game with a shuffled deck of cards is that every game is going to play out differently. And that's especially true when you're in a more casual setting where the stakes are lower and also the enjoyment of getting to see lots of permutations or lots of different card interactions means that every game is always going to be new. And so if we allowed it to be regular 3 copies per card, then people would just build focused piles of the best cards. Whereas
Who would do that?
Boba Fett would do that.
Yeah.
You're right. Boba Fett would do that. And so by making it singleton, it means that not only are we forcing players to just have more unique cards in their deck so that the interactions between cards is more diverse, it also means that more cards are going to see play because since I can't play just 20 whatever of the best cards, it means that now I have to consider, now I'm playing this wacky event that has a narrow use case, but when 3 out of 3 opponents, the narrow use case, right? I play Power Failure in some of my Twin Suns decks because I'm just more likely to have a unit that needs to lose all its upgrades.
Yeah.
And if I was playing all the best cards, there wouldn't be room for that Power Failure in the deck. And now, if I draw it in the right time, I can have a unique game experience that I otherwise wouldn't.
All right. I think that brings us to most of our points here. Do we have any others that we want to weigh in on and chat about for Twin Suns before we get into this? I did see a couple good questions from the chat. One of them, do the deck pods behind us have cards in them? Yes, I believe they do, but I think they're all tokens or bases and things. So
They're holding the deck pods up.
it's nice to have some weight when you're moving around. So great question from that one. But also somebody asking about Lake Country, and I didn't see the leader choices. I lost it there. So if somebody wants to throw that one back in there,
It's
if you have
probably
a question
Hera.
about, I think it was Holdo and somebody, but
Interesting.
I'm intrigued. I actually personally don't run Lake Country in this. Having more or less health than the average player puts a target on your back immediately for me. So I always do 30. It doesn't matter.
See, I'm the opposite. I
really?
say, well, if they're going after the person with the most health, then I just won't be the person with the most health to start the game.
I've been on streams though where people were like, "Oh, you have less health than me.
Yeah.
Let's get him
So,
immediately."
I've
That's
definitely
actually-
played games like that where
Yeah.
Well, and that's actually an important thing to talk about with this game mode, which is that when only the player with the most health at the end wins, if you don't think that you're going to be the player with the most health, you are not advantaged to attack the player who's closest to being defeated, right? If I have 5 health left, and Ryan has 15, and you have 8, unless you think you can get him down to 7 health before, or you think you can get yourself up,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be helping him win by attacking me and making my base go away.
That's true.
So don't do that.
I might. I still have options.
Has this happened before? Is there something between you guys that I've missed coming into this?
Yeah, Tyler and I.
No, I'm predicting what's about to happen.
Yeah.
That's fair. There's the question. So somebody said Poe Dameron and Admiral Holdo.
That sounds sweet and thematic, and I love it.
Yeah, I love it. Especially as like more resistance stuff comes out, you'll be cooking. It'll be good.
I would recommend playing a blue base though instead of Lake Country because especially for Admiral Holdo, you're going to want as many resistance cards as you can get.
Nice.
And if you still want that HP, you have Colossus.
Yeah, Colossus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, true.
Might as well. Great question. Will Twin Suns be part of the competitive format as well? As of right now, Twin Suns is a very casual format. There's no big plans or anything, but can't say for sure. Nothing will ever happen in a different direction, depending on where people take it.
What if we were a team
You and me playing?
and we made sure Michael won, and then he gave us all the prizes from the competitive event?
Now there we go.
I see the issue.
Yes. So we got some cool questions. But yeah, if you have any other questions about different leader combos or things like that, we'd love to chat about it. I guess I forgot one other note I had, which is because Michael did this exact same thing, which is if you aren't going to use leaders that have actions, pick leaders that immediately synergize and trigger each other's abilities like that. I use Luke Skywalker and Mace Windu because Luke, I attacked with a fighter, great, here's an additional damage, and now Mace Windu can immediately hit that same person or someone else if there's a good target instead. But having something that synergizes and can play off each other is also incredibly important because these leaders in Premier, you don't get two of them, so take advantage of that.
One of my other Twin Suns deck is Grand Moff Tarkin and Iden Versio, specifically because I'm like, man, I wish Iden Versio had more stats. Hey, I have an idea.
That's good for her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally expecting that I really get 5 free damage around because I'm grabbing that blast token every turn.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
That's so gross.
Okay, this deck was organized before this with all my cards in stat order and broken up by arenas. So let's give it a really good shuffle.
Fair. I think we'll do the same. I gotta make sure I have for myself, X-Wing tokens potentially, but
don't worry, I do.
You got plenty? Okay, great.
I
have
brought
some behind you, but
I brought my personal
I didn't even
stash
think about that.
of hyperspace tokens, so
There are
You got the
battle droids
best
in there. I
ones.
think I have some droids I got to make.
Yeah, oh,
Excellent.
yeah.
don't worry, they won't last long.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. Let's go ahead and we switch the top down so you two can rotate around to the front of the table, bring your chairs with you. And Tyler and I, we've been around longer, so we didn't have to get up and move as the whole plan right here. All right, we're gonna move the camera too so you guys all can decide view. I see some deck ideas people are throwing out there, which I really Leia Wedge. Oh yeah. I am the biggest proponent of running double aspect Twin Suns decks. You get an extra aspect, you might as well just double up on something. And so I double, especially Vigilance, always play double blue. 3 of us have double aspects?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
No command players.
I had a previous Twin Suns deck that was Sabine and Hera, and then I just played a red base since Hera gave me access to so many extra specters that I was like, great, I can play aggression now. You know what card's really good? The card aggression.
Yeah. Turns out.
Turns out. Alrighty.
Oh, can I even shuffle this big pile? Here we go.
That is a deep riffle shuffle there.
Someone watching the stream is crying right now.
It's me.
Look, this only is full of expensive hyperspace and foils and stuff. It's fine.
Weren't you the person who said how many promos can I put in, or was that
That
Ryan?
was me.
Ryan was like, how many promo cards?
I had
can I
the convention Darth Maul, and I'm like, oh, time to use this bad boy.
put? If you riffle shuffle Darth Maul in there, I'm leaving.
Actually, I don't remember if it's Maul or Darth Maul. I always mix them up. They look so alike.
That's fair.
Let's do a quick.
A quick
Let's do a quick table shuffle to make sure we're all in the right spots.
We should be right. This is.
Oh.
Wait. no.
Oh, so then we're at our corners.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I see. We are not.
Oh, the table's
not.
flipped. Yeah, never mind.
I think we're just inverted. I should be over there.
just
and
inverted.
you we should switch, and you guys should switch.
Pretty
Sounds
sure
good.
I
Yeah.
am. Nope.
Oh, that's. Yep. I'm
It's opposite
rocking with
diagonals.
Michael. All right.
We're good at this.
Hey, we figured it out.
Ah, dang it! Right after I talked about not having to get up and move.
Yeah, get out of here.
That's what happens when you say that.
Yeah, if you get
with your
get
words.
cocky there. Don't get cocky.
Good catch. I'm sure the stream will appreciate it.
Yes.
Okay, now give me my tokens back.
No.
Oh, no, now I can't read.
I definitely needed those.
Yes, thank you, Alex, for calling it out. Ooh. Admiral Trench, Green Palpatine, Colossus. I like that idea.
Ew,
Trench, I'm so-
no, ew,
You
stop.
don't like that? I love it.
I want the game to end.
I know that some people are scared of playing 7 deployed leaders.
Yeah.
In Twin Suns. How do you all feel about them as a general idea?
Scared, yeah.
Scared as well. Okay.
Well, it depends on who's playing and how they play. Because I've played games where it's trivial because we're all attacking each other's units all the time, and I've played games where it's impossible because everyone's only attacking bases all the time.
Okay.
So it depends on the pod, and also it depends on your deck. And I think that something that people don't consider when they try to build control or late game Twin Suns decks is you need to keep your own units and bases alive, but you also need to keep other players' bases alive if you're going to be able to get to the late game.
That's why Django's so good, right?
Yeah. Well, and I think that people should consider more abilities that heal other players' bases, specifically for that reason of, I need the game to not end yet. All right. Xander, who's going first?
And Ryan's base is a 25 health, and so is. And,
Mine's
Tommy's
correct.
26. Yours is correct. Great. Who goes first? I think Michael gets to go first. First
'Cause
time on
he's-
stream.
he's
Makes sense to
players?
me.
New guy gets to go.
Checks
All
out.
right.
I'm not going to say no.
Not gonna turn that down.
That's unfortunate.
Ooh,
I was gonna
man.
say Ryan because I want to go last, but I'll try not to. Make my
Yeah,
moves.
how dare you?
Ooh, that's a bad hand. I should have stacked my deck.
Ryan's is 25.
I saw somebody say Thrawn 4 and Dooku with the red base. I tried that once and got smoked. It was bad. I got really, really beat up on that one. I think Thrawn from Jump to Lightspeed will eventually have the tools he needs to be really cool in Twin Suns, but currently I didn't run into any when defeated abilities. All right.
I need to decide if I'm supposed to be attacking a player's base or attacking a player's units first. Because last time I was on the stream, I played an aggro deck and I didn't attack bases, and I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know.
I lost. I lost very badly. When I deployed my Kazuda Siono leader, and then you said no. One cost no. Remember that?
Yeah, I did. I did confiscate. I was holding on to it, and I didn't think it was gonna be you, and then I forgot you were playing Kaz, and I was like, oh no, that's going away. I'm
Yeah,
so
we're not
sorry.
gonna allow that.
He can't be out here.
All right, Michael.
Oh.
No, we gotta wait till
There's
Xander
some-
is ready.
Yeah, there's some really cool plays in hand.
But even regardless of that, I was over here being like, oh yeah, I'm going to try to get favorable trades and prevent other players from attacking bases when my leader was a 3/3 and their leaders were like 5/8s.
Nice.
And I'm like, no, that's bad. What am I
That'll work
doing?
out.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
All right, start us off.
All right, I'll start us off. I will say, I'm playing CAD, and generally, CAD doesn't love going first. You miss your ping on your first turn.
Well, I
But
guess
that's okay.
we could treat it as a decline, like when you roll
Yeah,
off.
you can't
you can't
pass.
decline?
in
There's no pass.
CAD.
There's no passing.
So I will take this as a love-hate, but that's all right. I will play over to space, and by the way, this mat is super gorgeous.
Isn't it really sweet?
A Zygerian Starhopper, which is Underworld, which normally I would trigger CAD, but there's nothing on the board to ping, so I'm not going to. When defeated, this does to do 2 damage to a player. Indirect damage, yeah.
Very cool.
I love that you didn't do that because that means my 3/1 on the ground is going to survive.
Nice. Oh boy.
This is a Cloud Rider. It ambushes nothing.
Is this the legendary Xander soft pass in Twin Suns?
Honestly, it was,
Honestly, it probably is. You want to heal my 3/1?
I wanted it to be, but now I'm like, is there any?
This is the Rose for Nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
I think I do have to Rose for nothing just in case. Yep, I'll Rose for nothing. I love Rose. Rose and Obi.
You
for
know what?
nothing.
You know what? You built this deck to prove a point, and here you are proving the point.
Round 1. It's most important to prove your point immediately. Don't let people think.
I'm gonna just
right.
go ahead and claim here.
Is it going to be the blast token?
I think it's gonna be blast.
That makes sense. All
Yeah,
right.
you said it in the intro. Always be blasting.
Always be blasting. Don't play cards. Actually, just blast.
Blasting.
What would you like to do, Michael?
I don't want the initiative, so I think I want to plan.
That's fair.
That's the hierarchy right there. Blast, plan, initiative.
Great. I'm going to let you make your decision before I take the initiative token. Spoiler alert, my 3/1 needs to go before Cad Bane does.
Oh boy, I shouldn't have picked Michael. Anything else would have been better.
No, it's funny because then Michael didn't get to do exactly what he wanted, and you didn't get to do exactly what you
That's
wanted.
true.
Well, actually, you did. But
I'll pay 2 then for Kashyyyk Defender.
Yeah.
2 costs 0.5 grit and 1 play, and I could have healed another
man.
unit. We could have made some deals.
we could have made some deals.
Oh,
You know
wow.
what? You know what else
Yeah.
though?
Yeah.
Everything happening on that side of the table, you're happy about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like this is actually good.
This is great. Cool.
You want
This is
to
a
deal
great
some
card for
indirect
us.
damage? Great, we love it.
I'll pass.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
it.
good.
Oh, wait.
No, you're gonna
And then
heal.
I'll-
got it.
I'll
You're gonna
pass.
heal,
Excellent.
heal for fun first. Yes, I
Gotta
understand.
heal for fun.
I understand how this works.
Oh gosh. Golly gee.
Boy, howdy.
Golly gee, indeed.
Boy, howdy. What am I doing? What am I doing, team?
So, is this the camera over here? I can show
What
some.
are we
All
doing,
right, so we got some
chat?
interesting things going on here. This is what I want to happen at some point today. If that happens, we'll call it a win no matter what.
Oh, nice.
But until then,
I don't have a cool side camera. I'll have
Yeah,
to
is
just
this where I'm
walk
supposed
around
to,
you.
like,
Yeah, walk
go?
around me.
I'll just have to walk around you when I.
Just do it top down.
Oh, that's
Sure.
right.
Oh, sure. Just show it to the sky.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Are we all ready?
I'm ready.
Seems like it.
For my first trick, I will play the Silver Angel, who will very happily soak up damage from Cad Bane.
That's awesome.
cool. I will.
When it's healed, I get to deal damage to things.
I will not soft pass this time, and I will
Wow.
start off with the Concord Dawn Interceptors. As mentioned, Sentinels and Restore, baby.
Yeah.
We're hanging out.
I actually had a turn 1 play, but I didn't want to play a unit because I've got Merciless Contest. Everybody
Boo.
eat something.
Yeah.
I did say out loud with my words that this exact thing would happen tonight.
Hey,
You willed it into existence, actually.
I'm going to defeat the Cloud Rider and be sad about it.
I'm defeating a Zygerian Starhopper, which will
Yeah.
do 2 indirect damage to a player.
Who do you want?
This player will
Yeah.
be Ryan.
Everyone
I
point at Ryan.
don't know what the problem is here.
Everyone pointing Ryan.
Oh, and I'm sorry, and it's going to be 3 because Boba Fett says screw you.
Yeah, that's all going on my base. Ain't no worries there.
Ain't no worries.
No
there.
other options allowed.
I'm going to ready a resource because an opponent defeated a unit.
Hey, we did it. Just as planned.
I didn't like that.
I did.
I kind of liked
Not the
my
taking 3
0.5
damage
grid.
part, but the rest of it was cool.
There's still 2 units in play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
are, yeah.
We played quick, and then
God.
I took the initiative. That's what happened.
Yeah.
There was
Initiative
definitely a
helps.
world where I claimed the initiative last turn, but I had to stay true to my guns on this last token.
yeah, you can't
I
give
mean-
advice and immediately get rid of it.
Not that the yellow-red villains over here like to do the same thing, but how about
No.
another Merciless Contest?
What if we stopped?
This is great.
Okay, I know we talked about not getting to get
This
to
format
7
rules.
resource leaders,
Okay,
but
new plan. Give me the blast token.
Oh no.
oh man,
Take damage.
Take your damage.
yeah, I do have to take the damage.
Be
That's-
responsible.
It's a good call. I think I want to plan.
Man, all my cheap
You want
units.
to take the initiative? That'd be
I
awesome.
do, yeah.
Oh,
I'll take the
thank you.
initiative.
Us with all of
No
our cheap
problem.
units.
Our cheap
We've
units.
filled our decks with cheap units, and here we are punished for it.
Oh gosh,
Oh, this will be fun.
Let's draw.
everything's
cheap
going
cards.
poorly. Two. Well, that's at least we know that's the only times we're gonna get hit by Merciless Contest this game.
This sweet combat trick is going straight into my resources because I have no units.
You don't think I play the Bounty Hunter Ambusher? What's the name
Bounty
of that
Hunter
actual
Crew?
card? Bounty Hunter Crew, that's
Oh,
it.
that's
Get
true,
back an
yeah.
event?
Yeah, you think I
Yeah.
will get back
But at least
Merciless
I'll know
Contest?
it's coming.
Oh, sure, yeah. That does make it
Let's see if
slightly
there's any
better.
questions from the chat.
I'm about to play. One of the reasons that I wanted to play this deck is because this is my Twilight of the Republic deck.
Yeah.
But I updated it for the release of Jump to Lightspeed, which means it does have a bunch of pilots. And this Silver Angel was supposed to be a champ.
Oh, okay.
This Silver Angel was supposed to be my hero, and instead Anakin Skywalker is just a little kid
I
on the
have
ground.
initiative,
I believe
right?
you don't
You have the
initiative.
initiative. Just
I was
kidding.
really absorbed in your monologue, though. I was like,
Yes.
man, where's he going with this? We're just going to
Where's he going
play
with this?
one of the best cards
Honestly,
in Star Wars Unlimited.
I don't even
it's
know
a
where I'm
DJ.
going with this. Hey,
DJ.
DJ's here.
I love a 3/5
What a
set.
solid ground unit.
What
I
a,
just need
what
to
a,
play triple Dark Raid next turn. I've got the.
you've
I've
got the
all
whole
of them.
lineup. Yeah, this was the bit, Xander, and we're here for it.
I'm
We
going to
gotta
play this overstated Fugitive Wookiee.
Nice. Bounty, what's the bounty on that?
Exhausted unit.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. That's really fun in this.
Okay, change of plans. I know I showed my hand a little bit, but we're just going to play this extremely bad 2/3 vanilla unit in space because I cannot have a coordinate to save my life.
Maybe you should have
yeah,
played units the first
Ryan's
two turns.
face
I
You need to
should
actually
have.
some,
I know I did. I
yeah.
tried so hard. I tried so hard to have units in the
Ryan's base
beginning.
should be Tarkin Town on the HUD.
You're up.
And it should be 25. You're good.
Yeah.
I like what everybody's up to. I think we're all heading in the right direction.
So
So I'm
Something
going to drop
big.
just Hondo.
Hondo.
that
He's got a
card's so
shield.
good.
He's got a shield.
You want to talk
man.
about why Hondo's fun in this game?
Yeah, so on attack, I can take control of a non-pilot upgrade on a unit and attach it to a different eligible unit. We love moving upgrades around, and I know that these two, with Boba Fett's, likely have an upgrade in their deck that they're holding on to at some point. if
Oh,
they
you
see
mean
it.
Boba Fett's armor?
Boba Fett's armor. Who would have thought? And so,
Hey, does he do pilots?
he does not do pilots.
That's good.
Yeah,
For me.
For you. That's the only problem, but I think there's going to be enough upgrades floating around, potentially shields and things, and I would just like to be in control of where they're going.
That makes a lot of sense.
You
Yeah.
get the final say.
I get
Over
the
to
final say.
me, and there's a lot of things happening out here. Quick stock. How many of these leaders deploy on 5? It's Rose. Is that it?
Not me. We're all 6s over on this
All
side
right,
of the
so
table.
Yeah.
I'm the threat next turn.
We're,
is
we're
what
the
I'm hearing.
sixes. The
Whoa,
six
we're
table.
both threats next turn. We're going to have so much fun
Yes.
together.
No, he's the threat.
Rose is almost as threatening as Django and Boba combined. I
Yes,
think I agree with
I
that
think-
assessment.
Yeah.
I'm claiming a
regret it.
token, and I actually think I'm interested in plan right now.
Oh.
Yeah, can I have the plan
Oh,
token?
yeah, of course. It's all
We have
you.
some important things
Is
to
there
do
a
next
corner
turn.
spot for that?
There
There
is
is.
a corner spot, yeah.
How come I don't have a corner spot for it?
You do. It's right here. It's the left corner.
Oh,
I
neat.
was actually hoping to grab the plan myself.
Oh,
You
geez.
fool.
Instead, I'm blasting.
Nice.
Sure.
I did see somebody in the chat say Xander's playing Trixie.
I'll take
You
it,
got to
man.
be Trixie in Twin Sons. You got to
I guess
go
I'm
in
taking
with
the
a plan
initiative
to ruin everybody else's day.
Xander, you're up.
I actually don't know the answer to this. Can I ask a rules question that I should know the answer to and don't?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just took the blast token. I haven't activated Boba Fett yet. Can I activate Boba Fett?
Believe
Yes,
it's a
because
trigger, yeah?
it's a
Yeah,
trigger,
trigger.
not a react,
That
not an
makes
action.
sense to me.
What?
Where's it going?
Well then,
Whoa, sure.
uh,
Checks out, I guess.
Everybody yes, we all took it. So I have 3. Tyler has 2.
I'm taking
And,
the blast.
Ryan needed 1 more.
and
So he
yeah,
has 6.
Mr.
Or
Heels
5.
can take a.
Please take an indirect damage. You, personally.
Mr. Heels. Why?
You
You
just
just
take the
put it
shield.
on the Honda.
Yeah,
no, it
oh,
doesn't
no,
take the shield.
it doesn't defeat the
Indirect.
shield.
So it would go there,
Yeah.
but
It goes
I
under the shield.
am fine with it being here.
That's fair.
Mr. Heels is cool with this.
Mr. Heels, it's your turn.
Mr. Heels would like to.
Wait, what did you do with your?
I took the
Initiative.
I'll just pass.
Sounds good to me.
Let's do this.
Come on, let's draw good cards. Is that too much to ask?
It could be.
Wow, these
Really?
cards are so good. I'm so glad I put good cards in my deck.
Oh, this says non-vehicle, and I want to pick up a
I
vehicle.
almost have a good hand and don't.
I probably can't play a 2-1 because there's Cad Bane and Boba Fett that exist, can't I? And Jango Fett? Yeah, I can't play a 2-1. 2-1s are not allowed in this game.
Oh, I love all of these cards for different reasons. I think this one has to go away. That was a tough call. Also, the fact that we
There are-
have only like at max 5 damage on base going into turn 4.
It's
is
all
all
my
my-
base.
of these two.
I
It's
love
because of these two playing Merciless Contest.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. We should always start out like that.
I'm going to deal 2 damage to Mos Eisley, but specifically that Mos Eisley.
Okay.
Not that Mos Eisley. See, now we're all fair. Fair and balanced.
I'm at.
We're
so-
still losing,
I am
actually. Hang
losing.
on.
Absolutely losing. I started with less HP and I have more damage.
Let's.
So you're losing the most, is what that
One
means.
could say.
I will go ahead. I usually don't like doing this, but I'm going to.
Whoa,
5
Xander's
for
acting first?
Whoa.
Obi-Wan's Aether Spray.
Yeah.
When played and on attack, it can deal a damage to this unit to deal 2 damage to another space unit.
I'm just going to do
You can
that.
have that, and I'll
Yeah.
take the one on my guy.
Hey, Xander, I would love to make a deal.
Yeah, we can
my vehicle attacked, and you have Rose.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We should.
We should talk.
That seems really
chat.
cool. Yeah.
we should talk.
That seems really cool.
What if instead I played IG 2000
Oh,
and I took out that vehicle, I took out this shield, and I hit the Fugitive Wookiee and used Django to tap down the Fugitive Wookiee, and since that space unit died, I'll also use Boba to ready a resource.
Did
a
anybody see
lot.
him shuffle his deck? I don't believe it.
That seemed mean.
That was pretty mean. That was one card. That's a cool card.
That's
Ryan-
bounty exhaust a unit?
Parentheses evil. Understood.
Parentheses evil.
No parentheses, only facts.
All right. Well, I'll play a 5-dropper then.
That seems good. I hope it's not scary.
It probably is.
It's not where I. It's fine. It's not the ideal use case for it, but this Boba Fett set
Ooh,
4 is
yeah.
going to come to the ground with a shield.
They're over there.
That's a cool card, and it's this is just the shielded one.
Hey, it's an underworld unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Cad Bane is going to say.
I don't like the way you're looking at my board. I don't think I'm
Somebody
super
needs
spooky
to take
here.
the damage.
Yeah.
It should be him.
I'm pretty sure it's Ryan
I
Evil
think
Miles.
we should work to kill this Honda Onaka together.
I
is
think-
what
Hey, I think you're going to take one on one of your.
yeah, I'll take
of
one
your
on one of
units.
my units.
And then I'm going to get to do it. I did a non-combat damage, so I'm going to do an indirect damage to Mr. Heals.
Mr.
Oh, you can change the target. That's awesome.
This is no
They're
fun.
just different abilities.
One
I'll
indirect.
simply take one to my DJ.
To DJ?
Do one.
That's really convenient that you would do that. I heard DJ was banned.
Actually,
Yeah.
And I heard DJ was banned because he was played in Han Solo decks.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is there a
So Han Solo is going to
ambushing
ambush DJ.
Hey,
That's fun.
that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I couldn't put my pilots on my spaceship, so I guess I'll play them on the ground.
That makes sense.
Same.
All right. Hey, it looks like we have upgrades out there that I can start messing with. That's
You
cool.
do have some
You
upgrades
do
out
have
there.
an upgrade.
There is
singular.
a shield.
There is
singular
a
one shield.
Let's
You
go
could
ahead
just take
and
it.
how many we got? You have 26 health.
You both
so
are 26.
We're both at 26. I guess I have to.
Like Tyler, yeah.
No, I'm at 24.
Yeah.
Tyler gets bigger when you do damage to him. That's the scary part.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Maybe we should
can't
do
see me
damage to him anyway.
I think I might go. I think I have to go after yours, and on attack, I'm gonna grab that shield from over there. And
Just to be
put
clear,
it over here.
he doesn't have to, he's choosing to.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Hondo wants to have that shield. He
Over to
loves it.
my turn, eh?
Hondo steals shields, steals upgrades, never heard of it.
I really want him to steal a lightsaber. It doesn't sound like it's gonna happen unless you have one in there, but I don't know.
I don't.
I think.
All my
Time to
upgrades are
deploy.
pilots.
Yeah, we're gonna deploy a Boba Fett.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's fair.
I'm gonna blast everybody.
Blast
You got
in.
it. Obi-Wan Kenobi will heal Han Solo.
Nice.
Action exhaust, heal 1 damage from a unit.
You got it.
Hey, you know what'd be really funny?
What?
Is if Obi-Wan Kenobi also healed Han Solo.
Yeah,
That'd be
absolutely.
really
not. I really
funny.
love that idea. Obi-Wan will heal Obi-Wan's Aether Sprite.
That makes sense.
Whoa, hang on. It was supposed to be Han. They
No.
were friends, Xander.
No, he wants to heal his own ship. He's got to fly. He's got a place to be.
Didn't you get the memo? He hates flying.
That's true. He does hate flying.
My action.
Because he keeps
though.
getting hurt while he
Yeah.
does it.
Oh gosh, I love it.
I know.
What a good card.
This is an on attack too.
Sure
I
is.
hadn't actually picked up on that theme.
What a
Very
cool,
nice.
awesome card that you have there.
Fun fact. The text box on that card was added to it after that card stopped being yellow. That card used to be yellow and have Plo Koon's text box. And then we were like, oh, shouldn't Obi-Wan's
space?
in space? Shouldn't Obi-Wan's Aether Sprite
Boba Fett's going to Mos Eisley.
be in the
Really?
Obi-Wan color? And they were like, yeah, that's a
I'm
good
gonna
idea.
What am
Cover
I,
2
9?
resources.
So we did that, and then
He's gonna play more cards.
we discovered
played
that
2
Obi-Wan's
four
Aether
cards.
Sprite that was good in space was also good on the ground.
Yeah.
Fair.
I've already tokened up.
I would like to. Am I supposed to plan here? No, I'm gonna take the initiative.
Sure.
I think I'm just out of things to do, so I will pass. Or no, we
yeah.
can still plan? This is still open?
Yep.
Yeah, I would absolutely love to plan.
And now Ryan gets to do a million things with 4 resources.
Yeah.
And 2 leaders.
Let's deploy Django. Or I guess you can make your pick first. You don't know what I'm doing. You don't know my life.
Spoiler alert, it involves deploying Django.
Oh boy. Knowing what's out here. Ooh. Lots of bad stuff going on.
You should get
team.
revenge on Xander. That's my advice.
No, Xander.
Revenge on me? He
I
just
softened
hit me for
Xander
4.
up for 4. We have to keep these life totals even. That's really where I'm looking. We will deploy Django. We'll play a Sentinel in space.
Oh jeez.
Django's gonna attack. You have 7 and you have 3, so you're at 23. You're at 22.
I'm at 26. 23.
23.
Yeah.
And I'm at 19. Yeah, let's send this one at Tyler.
Sure. I'm just gonna casually put this right here.
Yep. And since you did that, let's also Tarkin Town your.
No! Han Solo!
I didn't think you were gonna do that.
Man.
I got
Man,
spooked.
I wish a coordinate deck could have units.
I should have brought out Rose. Thinking
we
about it now,
have,
but I was scared of what
Yeah,
was
what
going to
were
happen.
you thinking?
I was scared of Django, if I'm being honest
Yeah.
with you.
You're a coward.
I am.
Do you have a Tarkin
I was scared of
Town
all the ground
token
units, and now I
thing?
have her for future stuff.
After that, I'm all done.
All right.
I've done my
Let's
piece.
do the thing.
Surely I'm safe and nobody's going to target me as a result of my actions.
Yeah.
You're right.
Very,
Tyler
very
has
cool,
initiative.
very
Good to
nice.
know.
You're safe. You're right. You are safe. I'm so sad. Why would you make me sad? Right.
I'm so happy.
I'm going to resource this event. I keep having all these events and then no units to use with them.
Let's do that one. I'm in a weird spot right now. Who's got the initiative? Tyler?
It's me, your boy,
I'm still resourcing.
That's actually...
with 4 cards in hand, 6 resources, and 2 undeployed leaders. This is going to be the bloodbath round.
Yeah, this is going to be
interesting
spooky.
for sure, right?
Hey, at least we didn't let the pilot deck have any space units.
True, true.
You specifically should continue to make that happen.
I've got plans.
I don't think they're good plans.
That was the plan. So, yeah, hopefully. All right.
I'm very scared of this board state over here. He's
I don't
4
like
units in play.
I am
As you
losing
should
the
be.
game currently, actually.
As you
so
should
we
be.
don't
I'm
need
going to
to
play
be-
R2D2 and he's going to help me out. When played, you may discard a card from your hand. It will be Anakin Skywalker. If you do, search the top 3 cards of your deck for a card and draw it. Of these 3 cards, I want this one. The other 2 cards go on the bottom of my deck in a random order, and that is the end of my action.
Okay. Oh boy. Are you all going to take care of those pets on the ground?
I don't know why we're worried about the
How?
spots on the ground. They're spreading the
I don't know. I'm
love.
just asking if anybody else has a game plan.
I think you have a shield on a unit. Which
My game plan is play cheap
Yeah.
units and hope they live.
I mean, I'm willing to do my job.
I think
and
these
help,
on
but
board currently are less threatening than what's about to happen on this side of the board.
I don't know if that's
we
true.
got a couple 6 deploys coming out.
I just don't know if that's true.
I just need you
Yeah.
to not attack with the Aether Sprite until all of Michael's resources are exhausted.
That seems fair.
that seems hyper specific.
Yeah, that's
that does seem
interesting.
hyper-specific. I'm going to use Obi-Wan and heal this one from Hondo then.
Sounds
Whoa,
great.
Obi-Wan stalling? Never
Obi-Wan
heard of
stalling.
it. Never heard of it.
Always be stalling. This game is so funky right now.
It is a little funky.
I just don't want Boba Fett Pilot to like decimate. Actually, I'm okay with Boba Fett Pilot if he decimates other people that aren't me. I've been decimated enough in this game already.
I think I'm simply going to play a ground sentinel.
That makes sense.
Simply.
Simply.
One does not
Who
simply
can deal
play a
the
ground
damage
sentinel.
to somebody?
Who could deal with
Yeah,
damage?
if only people had abilities that dealt 1 damage to any number of units.
Not me.
I don't got that.
That's a blatant line, you know it.
I don't have leaders that do it.
I don't got
That's
it.
true. That's true. Technically, well, I guess technically he does, but Michael does not have any ships to pilot. Here comes big 6 resources. It's a war juggernaut.
I think it's Ruthless Raider.
Ooh, that looks pretty
Ooh,
good.
we love that.
What are we looking for?
That
pretty
B1
s-
security team, right?
I'm
Oh, the
pretty
shield?
sure the B1 takes 2 damage.
Whoa.
That feels right.
And
Why am I
any
being
base.
targeted again when I'm losing the game?
Your 5 units.
And any base.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
pretty
I
sure
know.
Xander
You're
takes
pointing at my-
2
I don't have
damage
you
to his
have any
base.
I didn't point at your base, I pointed at you.
pointed
Oh, you lose to a different
I'm
base.
pretty Xander takes 2 damage on his base, and then
So messed up.
Boba Fett says, "Hey, I
Wait,
did
I'm
damage.
11?
Let's do more damage."
Yes, so it should be 10 and 1.
Yeah.
So then I'll also throw an indirect damage onto
Onto me.
Ryan Evil Miles.
Crazy behavior.
Evil Ryan has so
One
much
damage,
health.
please.
This is getting wild.
That's so much health.
I'm not enjoying
That's
this.
literally 14 plus 7 is 21. That's 21 health of units that can soak up.
Yeah,
this
we
damage.
should get
It's
rid
fine.
of
It's irrelevant.
some of those fellas.
I'm going to pay 3 resources and get Captain Typho. And when Captain Typho says, when played, R2D2 gains Sentinel
Sounds good.
for this phase. I'll use the purple token.
I don't like what everyone here is doing.
Me neither.
I just don't want to get attacked
I'm
by
just a
Boba
chill
Fett.
guy
I just
trying to play my control deck with Merciless Contest on turn 2. Don't understand all this vitriol I'm receiving.
I'm glad that I called out Merciless Contest before all this nonsense happened.
Yeah, no kidding. What are you doing, Michael? Do you want to strike a deal here? You want to hang out?
I'm
You
not
wanna be
picking up.
buddies.
I'm scared of all of this guy.
Michael's deploying
true.
Boba Fett onto Ruthless Raider, and we're all acting like I'm the problem.
I'm
to
just
be
gonna
fair,
put
you're
4
right.
damage into your units.
That's true.
You're right. Your units will take 4 damage. You're correct.
Exactly. I don't understand what the
Don't
threat
do this.
assessment here
I think I
is.
bring out Rose.
Oh,
All right.
that's fine. That's fine.
Oh yeah, I thought about stalling.
Do not stall when this is all about to happen.
We're at an interesting
What's our answer to Boba Fett, team?
What is the problem with Boba Fett? I've got
That
6.
Boba Fett.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
There are more Boba.
There's
You're
so
not,
many
great
Boba Fetts
question.
You're
right
not the
now.
only Boba Fett. There
We
are 3
have-
Boba Fetts at this table.
Oh, should I have bullied you into it using Obi-Wan's Aether
My,
Sprite to
my
soften
ship is
it up first?
exhausted. My 4 damage is going to kill
could've
his
talked
units.
about
It's
that,
not
yeah.
a threat
What
to you
units
guys.
are we killing?
You know what? I'll take that deal.
I could have been one away, and we could have just used your.
But you should target the Sentinel first.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We agree.
I just have so many bad things happening. My units are taking damage.
I like that we have team damage and team heal.
Yeah. Can't we all just hang out? I just want to play till we get 14.
It doesn't seem like that's
resources.
how the team lines are being drawn, but
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing a lot of pointing at me for being on the same team.
I didn't say we're on the same team.
You just
no,
did.
I did.
What if we
It's because
just
we're both playing Obi-Wan, that's why.
started attacking Michael so that
That's a
he
good
was
idea.
defeated and then Boba Fett would be less scary? Let's attack Michael for 4.
4 damage on your base.
that seems awful. Why would you do that?
Because I cannot defeat a Ruthless Raider with a Boba Fett on it, but your base is much juicier and easier to access. It doesn't hit back. That's the real.
That's the real answer. I did consider that once.
Yeah.
What if? How can I make my base hit back?
Yeah.
And then the other game designer said, "Stop it."
As they
Like,
should.
should I use Aether Sprite to take out Ruthless Raider? But
Well,
I should have probably.
I think you
I
should
could've.
have, but now we're here.
We'll see. Yeah.
What? You still could.
Well, it's
Not.
Michael's
Oh,
action.
it's Michael's action.
And has the
Right.
opportunity to deploy Boba here.
I think I do, because I want to kill one of your units, huh?
Which unit would you like to defeat?
Defeat the Sentinel.
Yeah. Get
The
here.
Sentinel that already attacked?
Yes, that one.
Cashed it in.
I think I go with the deploy. When deployed as an upgrade, deal 4 damage, divide as a choose among any number of units.
That's brutal.
That's an 8/10. Just to be
Yeah.
clear, that's
It's
Oh,
an
I-
exhausted.
it's
It's
an
an
exhausted
exhausted
8/10.
That's true.
You're right. You're right.
It's not doing anything. It's just hanging out.
You're right. All I need to do is draw an exhaust effect in my. Hang on, let me check.
let's-
Not Django Fett deck.
Cunning.
I need to get rid of threats, so I think we need to put 3 onto the IG-2000 and 1 onto the Sentinel.
Sure.
No,
No.
Xander.
Not
yeah,
even
that's
the Sentinel.
correct.
Actually,
That's right. Yeah.
no. I think we put 1. Actually,
Ooh.
No, I'm killing 3 on the IG-2000.
IG's
sure,
getting
sure,
out of here.
sure.
No one.
I just
We'll
don't
put the
know.
1 here, actually. I
Okay.
think.
Xander, this resource would be really great for
That
me
would be
right
really
now,
good.
But unfortunately, it's a resource.
So that was Michael's action. So it's you. We got options.
I'm gonna pay 1 resource and play R2D2.
Beep, boop, bop. Oh, look, another version.
Michael, you have what? 11 damage there. Let's get some 10s out there.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a cool card. I'm super duper a lot not gonna play it next turn.
All right. I'm a team player, unlike I know many people at this table. So I'm going to pay 1 to confiscate Boba Fett on that Ruthless Raider.
Wow, ruthless.
Yep. We had 1 pilot out there, and I was holding on confiscate for my life.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the delete button on
Well, that
the
solves
pilots.
a lot of problems, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm not sure that helped the table, but
We're all at the same life total, right?
yeah, something like that.
We're all at
23?
19. You're at 20.
I'm at 20.
Yeah.
Close.
And now it's my action. That's
It
how
is your
works.
action. That's how that works.
Yeah, no units have been defeated, huh? That weren't mine.
That's honestly shocking.
Yeah, that's kinda
You're
wild.
telling me. So
You know, Boba Fett could fix that.
Boba Fett can fix that.
I'm gonna have my guys hide behind this.
Boba
droid.
Fett is gonna fix that.
gonna
I'm gonna
hide behind this
pilot Boba Fett.
Whoa.
Now this does not work with Django because the upgrade is the one
Correct.
dealing the damage, correct? But 2 damage or 1 damage is enough to just lop off the shield here, which I
stop it.
think is gonna be what I want
That
to
shield
do.
does not matter. Get out of here.
Thumbs up from me.
If you want to start playing more upgrades for me, my Hondo's not doing his job.
You
I can do that.
defeat and upgrade yourself. I don't know what the problem
true.
here is.
I can do that.
You can do that? Play an upgrade?
Yes.
I would love an
I
upgrade.
did play
It
an
will
upgrade
be a
to
pilot.
defeat your upgrade.
Oh, that's not good enough. I want non-pilot.
That's not good enough.
That's not. Oh, that's not a good deal.
I have 6 pilots in this deck, and 2 of them are already in my discard pile, which is unfortunate.
do we need to make a deal that I trade my fugitive Wookiee into one of you guys so that you can use the bounty to exhaust one of his vets?
Ooh,
Oh, I was gonna
I'm
just
extremely into that deal.
take out your fugitive Wookiee myself to exhaust your Boba Fett.
Correct. That's why I'm saying we can make a little deal.
I don't.
I
have
don't think you're gonna
7
get that
damage.
option.
I am not doing
my
a
action
whole
right
lot
now.
here. Yes, it is.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. I keep thinking that Boba Fett was going to attack.
So
Oh no, I've not defeated a unit. I'm chilling. I still don't know why arthritis assessment has
Xander.
me.
Yeah.
How would you feel about I trade my fugitive Wookiee into your Rose, and then you get to exhaust one of his vets?
I actually would not like that.
You could run your Wookiee into one of my Fets, and I would exhaust the other one. Like, I don't care.
That's
What would you exhaust?
hilarious, actually.
One of the Fets, right?
You know.
Jenga doesn't.
Say yes and then exhaust Michael's Boba Fett because it's funny.
You know what? That's a good point. It is funny. No, you cannot. How about you hit R2D2 instead,
To be clear,
and then give me the ability.
to be clear, if you
No, the
sacrifice
bounty
this
goes
there.
Wookiee at this point, the only options are Fets or his board.
Well, if he does it right, he can pick the bounty.
Yes.
No, because it's
Oh, it's
your
the source of
unit
damage.
defending
it's,
it,
oh,
right?
it's my unit.
Yep.
Okay, never mind.
If he sacrifices the Wookiee into R2D2, I get to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
there
I'm
you
on
go.
board with.
Yeah, do that.
I'm extremely
You'll
on board with that.
Deal
That's
with some of
fair.
this over
I
here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll leave my Fett alone?
Yeah.
You'll leave this guy ready?
I'm just going
I
to show
will
you
li-
my hand. I'm not
I
doing
will
anything
leave
with
this
4
guy ready.
resources.
I will leave this guy ready.
I
I
think this is
promise.
the right play. This is the only thing I have to mitigate this damage. So
I promise.
So yeah, we'll throw the fugitive Wookiee.
I just want to say, this is the same amount of damage. What are we worried about?
R2D2 takes 2
Yeah, but
damage,
yours
and
are
I
scary.
exhaust
You also
Rostico.
haven't
That's fine.
deployed.
That's true.
I exhaust Rostico.
You exhaust Rose Tico instead.
Thank you, Tyler.
What?
Yes.
That's absurd.
No, it's not. It's extremely reasonable.
No, that's a bad idea.
That was your action. My action will be to heal R2D2.
Sounds good.
Sorry, you should have taken one more. He had 3.
You're right.
3-3.
I'll put that damage right back.
Overstated.
Yeah.
With the downside.
My turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys are all bumming me out. All right, so I think the correct call.
I still have no idea who's going to win this game.
Me?
That's the joy. That's that's what makes Twin Suns fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna pay 5 for Commandeer.
Well,
I would like that Ruthless Raider, please.
Oh, man.
So for,
And ready it.
That's
yeah,
oh,
for those of you
boy.
at home who don't know, Commandeer, take control of a non-leader vehicle unit that costs 6 or less without a pilot on it. I was nice enough to get rid of the pilot. If you do ready it at the start of the next
goodness.
phase, return it to that unit owner's hand. So you'll get it back.
get your
eventually,
Ruthless
but I'll
Raider
take that
back.
Ruthless Raider, please.
You sure you don't want to take that with the
It has a
Boba Fett?
pilot.
Oh,
Otherwise,
no
I
pilot.
can serve
Sorry,
it.
no.
Literally not allowed.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, you got
myself. My action,
This is a
huh?
wonderful
Yeah.
play.
Thank you.
I will give you that was a good line.
How's all this base damage
I hate it,
looking?
but it was a good line.
This
Yeah,
is why
I
I
was like,
exhausted
it was
Rostico.
either one
Yeah.
of you, and I actually was gonna go for the Sentinel, and then use this to take out yours if I had to. But I was like, well, this really works out math-wise to get rid of Boba Fett.
We're going 4 into your base.
That's fair.
And I'm going
It's
to ready
reasonable.
2 resources because the fugitive Wookiee was defeated this phase.
Sure was.
Finally, something
It
was
sure
defeated.
was.
I don't have a
I
4
think it was
resource
the right
play.
time to sacrifice him. The
That's
board
fair.
is getting crazy.
I agree.
The board is getting a little wild out here.
Oh, all right. What now? What does the Fett man want to kill?
What are you going after? What are you defeating?
He doesn't
I
want to
am not
defeat
the
anyone.
friend.
He
This
wants
is
to
way
exhaust.
scarier.
No, these are all very normal, very chill
wants
guys.
to
You also
Exhaust.
haven't deployed OB.
That's what Fett does.
That's true.
Oh, no, my
Jango
Fett.
does. Oh, your
Oh,
Fett.
sure,
yeah,
sure,
you're
sure.
Fett.
This is
Probably here, right?
I think, yeah, I mean, he could take out Hondo. That's probably the best play.
as a 5/4. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's probably the right play. Yeah. Well, we'll go on Hondo.
Oh shucks. All right,
Oh,
let's agree.
beans.
Beans. All right.
This is the part where I think really hard, and then deploy a 5/7 Sentinel.
We love our 5/7 Sentinels here.
No. Yes, we love our 5/7
yes.
Sentinels, and we hate our 4/7 Sentinels.
Also true.
You plebe.
The Petronaki Arena.
Yeah. Getting double duty.
Okay. So we've got a lot of things happening here, team.
It's just Ruthless Raider, right? Here?
Yeah.
We could go there.
It could go there.
It
You're right.
absolutely could go there. I think I do the 4 into here though.
Sure.
It'll defeat this guy.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't
Are
want to
we
give it back.
finishing it off? Or?
No, we will do
Oh,
2
true.
to that Boba Fett over there
Oh, that's
on
good,
the
yeah.
ground because you went after Hondo, so he has to go. And then when defeated, I'll do the base as your base then.
Also mine?
Yeah.
Not share the love?
Well,
No.
right, the base numbers that adds up. I want to keep you all close to even.
They were about even before.
We
this.
We
We
were
were even.
even before.
You were even. Okay, then. Well, then I would like actually to put it on Tyler's then.
Oh.
You're correct. Yeah. I want everybody to lose something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels more fair, equitable here.
And now I'll put 3 into
Can you-
Michael to even it up a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Perfect.
Are you sure? Oh, I guess you can't.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can't
good.
get past
That
my
works out
sentinels.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your Sentinel's in the way.
Things went right.
If you wanted to, though,
I
I'm
was
just
trying
saying,
to help buff up Anakin before it flipped, so.
I'm just saying, 4 plus
Didn't
1
want
is
to hit
5, plus 2 is 7. Anakin is going.
Wait,
oh, it's your
sorry,
turn.
it's my action.
It's your turn. You were all exhausted. I forgot. You had a lead.
Yeah.
I deploy.
Yeah,
Don't
There we
worry.
go.
Captain's
Don't
great.
worry. Anakin is going to say, "Hey, Obi-Wan.
Yep.
We're friends.
We're
And
friends.
you know who we don't like?
Boba Fett?
That Jango Fett right there.
Jango Fett
I'm going to attack you for 7.
for 7.
And yeah.
Oh, deal 1.
Because of Petronaki.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, because of Petronaki. That makes sense.
And when I do that, I'm going to take 2 damage on my base.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Which-
number.
Hang on. Let
Self-bump.
me go find another plus 1 power here to put on my Anakin. But before that happens,
yeah.
I'm going to heal 1 damage from R2D2, and we're going to put 1 damage on. That Sentinel has
Don't worry about
2
the
health
four.
remaining.
Get rid of
2
it.
H left.
Great. We're going to put
Yeah,
1
we'll
damage
do-
on
yep,
Rostika then.
Yep,
And then Obi-Wan will take 3 back from Jango.
sounds good. Numbers. Let's go.
There. I will go ahead and attack the Sentinel, but on attack, I will take a damage to deal 2 damage before the attack to your Sentinel, so I survive. Right?
So why you can attack Tyler and still do that, right?
Oh yeah, I could. Yeah.
Or
You're right.
Michael.
I could do that.
attack
I thought it was the
Tyler
defender. It's just
Nope.
any other space
Any
unit.
space
Any
unit.
Yeah,
space
Tyler, you can have
unit
4
If
damage.
you're gonna take out my space
Yeah.
unit,
You
You
know
might
what?
as well Tyler
If you're
across,
going to
right?
do
It
that,
just makes Anakin even better.
you might as
No, it
well
doesn't, because
Yeah.
it's a
make Anakin
not a
bigger.
multiple of 5, right?
Yeah.
What
we're
more
just
damage?
shy.
Yeah.
1 more damage could have been bad.
You know how I like to do it. It's blasting time.
It's blasting
Oh, look,
time.
that's the
Thank
multiple
you.
of 5. that
Thank
needed.
you.
No problem.
I
That's
love
not what we
making
were looking
Anakin
for.
better.
I knew it was
Oh,
coming.
man.
We all knew
We
it was
got
coming.
there. We got there.
Oh, buddy. I like being alone
I love
in
this
space.
stack. This is a nice
That's a
little
really nice
stack.
So who's got? Wait, I should have vigilant, or I should have. something
You're
to
the
take
one.
You out.
You're the
Yeah.
one playing double vigilance.
Oh no, where's all my removal?
That's a great question.
Who's up?
Wait,
You
so
all-
what
Michael's
are you
up.
about to bring
Michael's
out?
Michael's up.
Is it gonna be-
Nothing.
is it gonna be an
Definitely
8?
not an 8/7.
8/7?
overwhelm.
Okay.
Definitely not an 8/7
Who's
overwhelm.
got?
That's ready.
Yeah, we just decided that my board was scary for some reason when other people hadn't deployed their leaders yet.
You
Django's
got
just so
to be.
scary.
You
if
got
were
to be
Juggernaut.
in the convenient position of
Um,
being the first threat.
Yep.
Which means that you won't be the first one to go down. Because
We'll see.
We'll deal with you, and then you won't be the threat.
an
I am-
awkward amount of damage isn't high enough to kill anything on the board.
Yeah,
You
just
said-
hit faces.
So
You attack for 4. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, you could take out Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, I could take out a
Yeah, and you take 5 back.
That's actually not terrible.
Sounds like a bad idea. To me.
Putting
open
out
up.
ground sentinels seems pretty good.
Yeah.
I will agree.
Tyler's board should open up a little bit, especially with those 3 behind it. Is like.
But then he might decide to overwhelm me. Whereas if
Trivially.
I have 8 but, he doesn't.
Trivially.
He is
Trivia.
the threat, and I will.
When he has 3
commit
health
all of
left,
my
I will
resources.
trivially overwhelm him.
So I do think I go into Xander for 4.
Really?
Good
Okay.
choice.
That's a spicy choice.
Good choice. I'm going to deploy my leader.
I think.
Is that a spicy choice?
Isn't
You're-
Xander
Yeah,
about to
'cause-
die?
Yeah.
You're at 30, right?
10, and this is an 8-power leader coming out?
Yeah. And so I will bring out Obi-Wan then.
Let me real quick.
That makes
yeah,
sense.
he's still at Obi-Wan. Eh?
Let me
I've
real-
already-
real
But he's gonna
quick
overwhelm me.
Put my +4s.
I've already claimed.
Yeah.
Back to Michael.
Yeah, I plan.
Michael plans.
Ooh, I don't
Okay.
have the initiative for this last.
Tyler.
This might be the last round coming up.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably is.
It does seem likely.
Oh, you're like.
I want the initiative.
Seems good.
That seems fair.
Seems reasonable. Okay, team. I'm apologizing because I got to do some capital M maths here. I attack for 8. I could defeat Cad Bane. That's useless to me. You have 15 damage on your base. You have 20 damage on your base, so
With the
you're
Sentinel.
at 15 and 10 and 15 and
Sentinel
19.
token.
19. Oh, yeah, I guess I should do that.
And you're at
too.
11.
And I'm at 11. So you have the most health by a lot, but you also
I have no
almost
board.
nothing
And
on
I've
board.
claimed with 4 resources. I am
That's hilarious.
dead at the, like, yeah.
You're
the win.
funny. You're extremely funny. I have 11, you have 15, and you have 10. I believe the correct answer is to deal 8 damage to Michael's base.
Whoa.
Upstairs in it.
Dang.
I was not expecting that to be your answer.
Yeah. That was spicy.
23 now.
23. Oof. Wish I had resources.
Or health. It would be nice for you to have health.
So now, yeah, now Miles has quite the health pool.
That does not.
But he also can't capitalize on it.
yeah.
Yeah. I think I do the 4 to Miles,
Sure.
and then I can heal 1 and deal 1.
Correct.
with Obi-Wan.
Healing and dealing.
You want to
Healing
just
and
like
dealing.
pass the damage back and forth between us?
Did we
I
just
think I
not-
take this one, and
That makes sense.
Can I have a 10?
you have the initiative.
I do.
Yes.
So
You could put one on CAD.
But yeah, I could. No, I was gonna have. How can we take out Obi-Wan? Do we think we have an option to take out Obi-Wan next round right away if I put this one there? I mean, it's only 3 damage.
Cad Bane can just do it at any time.
Oh, that's true. Cad Bane could just take him out when we need him.
Yeah.
That's fair. Let's go ahead and put this one on Anakin because then it's at least closer.
Sure.
We might have an option.
Question mark?
Question mark?
I agree.
All
Yeah.
right, I've already claimed. You've already claimed.
And I'm going to pass.
You could plan.
Plan.
You're right.
In fact, you have to.
I'm going to plan.
And I will.
Honestly, actually,
Worst case scenario, you
yes.
bury that card.
I don't want that card. That I just drew.
Oh, someone brought up.
It was a disabling Fang Fighter that's going to be bad.
Then we're good.
Someone brought up, are any of the designers or devs going to be at the Richmond sector? I don't believe so. I don't think anybody from our team is going to be at that one, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, we could not make it out for that event.
All
Are we
right.
ready for the next round?
Pass.
Ready for
Yeah,
the next
let's do
round.
it.
Okay, this is a game, guys.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. If I don't win, at least I'll go out with style.
All right, can I do an overhead?
Yeah, you just hold it up.
So I just drew this. I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to
You have initiative.
make the most out of it, but
You have the initiative.
pretty sexy maybe on the last turn.
Oh my gosh.
Alrighty then.
We're at an interesting point.
We are at an interesting point.
I don't know if it's a good one, but it's
Oh,
interesting.
boy, actually, my resourcing is really interesting 'cause all of these cards sort of do something, but which one does the least?
Reasonable question.
I really am just banking on this turning out, which is not where you want to be.
No, it is not.
All right.
I don't like any of these options.
This one's for all the marbles, eh?
I die to a 7 damage attack. That's really frightening.
Yeah.
Fear not. No one on the board has 7 power.
Wait, am I doing resource math right? Let me let me
No,
really
probably
stop
not.
and think.
Probably not. This is the round where everyone has to think really hard.
I hate thinking.
Oh no, I'm
hard.
good. I'm fine. Oh, I
You
thought I
do
just did.
math as part of your job.
I don't even like thinking a normal amount. Yeah, because I've done it for so long, I don't have to think anymore. It's just like muscle
okay.
memory to play correctly.
Oh, okay. I see how
Oh,
it is.
flexing there.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't have to use my brain.
Okay.
We're all at 7.
I still might lose, but I think this has to be my opening.
Go out
Let's go.
with style.
I think my opening play has to be the cunning.
Cunning.
Oh,
Alrighty.
no.
So we have to
no.
exhaust Anakin as one of the
That makes sense.
one of
That
the
makes
things.
sense.
Honestly,
Yeah.
fair. That's just a gain 8 life event. He just played an event that said gain heal.
That's true.
Heal 8.
Heal eight,
Heal
yeah.
8 future damage
From somebody.
The second
From somebody.
Thing, the second thing we need to exhaust is.
It's only in space units.
Yes.
I
But
think
it
it's
is
one of
also-
Xander's, but they're all kind of the same.
I think it's the space unit because no one can defend against it.
Oh, good
Yeah,
point.
that makes sense.
That's a very good point. And there's nothing else with higher power than 4. Oh, this is 5, huh?
Yeah.
He's a 5. He's a 5/4 right now.
And he's
I think we're going to take that. Oh,
Yeah, somebody.
What's
Tyler's
his
next
action
action, actually. Yeah.
I do think it's probably the space unit as the next exhaust.
And
That's
then
fair. I'm
And
happy about
then
it.
I can bounce something that costs 4 or.
You know what's gonna be really
less.
funny is if you just gave
Or
his
give
leader
plus
plus
four
4
to
power. Come at me. I'm Cad Bane. What are you gonna do?
That would be really good.
It's tempting.
6/8 with raid 2 feels
And
pretty
everyone
if
has
you
more
give
than one
my
card in
Boba
their
Fett,
hand, right?
If you give my Boba Fett 4 power, I could take out Obi-Wan, and I promise I won't use it to defeat you.
What a prize.
That's a really good deal.
My Obi-Wan?
I would take that
You would
deal.
do that to me? I think we got some good questions as we're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Hold on, I did this wrong.
He's,
Okay.
he's thinking. Well, he thinks
I did
we,
this wrong.
we chat.
Oh, when can we
I
look
wanna-
any more Legends of the Force spoilers?
Bounce that, right?
It's 4 or less,
bounces
right?
instead?
It costs
4 less
5.
cost or power?
Power.
Oh, I thought it was
So you're
cost.
not exhaust, or you're doing
I'm gonna exhaust
exhaust
something else.
and bounce.
Bounce the
together.
Aegis, right, that
I
makes
think
sense.
I want to
Respect
bounce
him.
this right, and then I
Return
gotta
the
still have an
Aegis Spray
exhaust.
And exhaust.
I think it's
Rose?
either. I think it's the rose.
I think it's
I'm
probably.
gonna
this
take
one.
that out. Take the rose.
No, I thought you were taking that out. Oh, I guess
No,
we're
if you
not.
give me
Whoa,
the
you're coming
power.
after me? This is wild.
I think it's still Rose.
Okay,
No,
trying
you
to
exhausted my
survive.
Anakin and his Rose.
I'll let the table decide. Okay, we'll
I think
exhaust
You're
it.
gonna do that instead? Oh wow, I'm getting hit double for what Tyler's got here as a board setup. That's wild.
My units are going to be defeated very quickly.
Look,
Yeah.
Ryan
We're
Evil
surviving.
says he has Tyler. I'm gonna believe him.
How much HP does
I
that
don't
have?
believe it.
4 remaining.
4 remaining. Yeah, we got that. I had to double check my math.
All right,
Carry on.
action Tyler.
Oh, and then does this get? Oh, you did 2. This doesn't get power anymore.
Correct.
This
Okay.
is where he just plays surprise strike, kills me, and I cry.
Yeah, that
pretty
could
much.
happen.
He mentioned it at the
Oh,
beginning
that's
of
a
the game.
great idea. I should do that.
He
That's a
mentioned
great
it at the
idea.
beginning
I
of the
should
game
do that.
as something he likes to do.
Yep. If he can shot call the merciless contest, surely he can shot call the surprise strike. Let me just check for a hot shot
I'm
blaster.
going to deal 5 damage to your base, and when I attack, I'm going to heal 1 damage from my Obi-Wan and deal 1 damage to Boba Fett.
So what's that put you at there?
I'm at 28.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
You going to do
Isn't
it?
it?
If you
I'm giving you the option.
swing your last unit, so your board's real open.
It is real open.
I'm right now giving you that option.
Let me live one more round, Xander.
What did you just do to 2 of my units? You're not living another round, that's for sure. Get it out of here.
Get it outta
Go
here.
on, get. 4 damage there.
That stays.
Heal
You
1
heal
and deal 1.
5 off your base. Oh, yeah, you can move other people's damage.
When I
around.
was showing the table
Was-
earlier,
Final
I drew
Showdown?
Final
Final
Showdown
Showdown
this round, and I was like, what a turn.
Let's
to draw this.
go!
I'm
Heck
glad we got
yeah.
you.
Alrighty.
So I can heal and deal.
Yeah.
Ryan, if you
I can't kill. I need this to be at 4 HP.
you need to be at 4 HP?
Yeah.
Great. I can make that happen if you don't come after me with that Boba Fett.
Yeah, no, that's. I have no way of getting through your Sentinel, so.
No, I'm not helping you there. Let's take one of your Boba Fetts, because if you're going to use Boba Fett there,
You're
let's
gonna
just put one over
just
there,
put it
so-
back.
yeah.
You're just gonna undo what my Obi-Wan did. Obi-Wan's
sounds
gonna undo his
awesome.
own
Yeah,
work.
we're just battling it out. All right.
What we're actually going to do, though, is use Bosk to take out Obi-Wan.
Sure.
That seems fair.
Bosk is defeated because I have 5 power.
That works for me. Not like he was doing much else.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to attack with Captain Typho at your Obi-Wan Kenobi,
2 there.
which puts 2 damage, and he will Sentinel up this 1 for R2D2.
That's fair. Somebody else asked about Legends of the Force spoilers. So preview season won't start for a couple more weeks. We'll be chatting about art later this month. But we might have a goodie today since we're talking about Twin Suns and what's to come. So stay tuned for the end of the stream here.
I don't know that I can win.
Did I?
don't
So that's
have
where
it
you're
here.
at. Knowing where I'm at,
Shoot.
let's go
What has Sentinel
ahead.
again? This has
This
Sentinel?
has Sentinel.
And I'm going to pay 2
Well, that's
for everyone's favorite sneak attack.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Something's going to cost 3 less.
Oh, I've definitely lost.
I'll pay 3 additional for the Bendu.
He is. Oh, he is ready. Yep.
He is ready because of sneak
Sneak
attack.
attack, yeah.
And so Bendu is out there now.
Oh shoot.
Hopefully.
What
help
are
a
we
little bit.
doing about to prevent him from winning?
Oh, I can attack Boba and tap it with Django. That was
okay.
also with Django.
true.
I mean, someone's winning this round, so.
Yeah, the question is, how do I win after that?
I was gonna say, well, right now it's a tie.
It's wait, do we
No,
all
it's
just
a 2-way tie?
do we all just call it here?
No, because I'm losing.
No,
you're winning. You're about
we're
one.
tied.
I have 11 health.
Oh yeah, you have 11.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
we
you have 15.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, no,
That's not
I'm
how math
losing.
works.
You're losing. Okay.
Good point.
So we can just walk out of this together.
You and I can do this. Yeah.
We can do this, yeah. This is only 3 damage.
Yeah.
So you could, it's my action,
Oh, yeah.
but you could decide that you don't want me to win and let Xander
I
win.
could.
He has
I
two.
have that power.
He has 2 R2s, but he also has all resources.
I also have all my resources.
Oh, you do have all your resources. Okay, you're chilling then.
No, I'm not chilling.
You're
I'm gonna go
chilling
out,
then.
but I'm gonna go out with an L, but I'm gonna go out with style.
It's always important to do that.
Yeah.
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 Shucks.
Your,
done that
I will
differently.
tell you
Yep.
with a straight face that your only route to victory involves Bendu going away permanently, and
That seems like the wrong call.
I think
I will not hit you with Bendu if you don't hit Bendu with Boba.
I'm telling
that's
you,
a fair.
I can only, if Bendu stays in play, I can only hit you, which means you will lose.
right, but Obi also has Sentinel, right?
I can deal with it.
I can't get rid of Bendu. I can only exhaust it.
Well, then we might be at an impasse.
So if I don't swing into Bendu, you won't attack me.
Yeah.
So we can just walk out of here with a tie.
I'm happy to walk out with a tie. I'm always.
The problem is
Yeah, reasonable.
if Tyler wants this R2 to go into my face and mess all that up,
That's true.
Yeah, you're right. That is the problem.
we're gonna
I guess
Are you
it's
gonna
all on
attack
you
R2D2?
on decisions.
we're going into this R2.
You
Yep.
sure are.
Nice.
He's going down. Valiant
I'm
droid.
gonna ready 2 resources
Uh,
because this left play.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what it was called. Just this, so whatever that was.
whatever that was.
Whatever
thing,
that was.
That thing that was
I
in
took
R2
some
that
damage
was,
here,
because you
yeah.
took 1 damage back.
Yeah. Bubba served his purpose.
I think I have to punish you for that and attack your base for 2.
That's fair.
Got him. All right, Xander back in the lead.
Is
Xander.
math where I think it is? I don't like
Xander
it.
has just cinched the win.
I will put 4 on Tyler's base.
Because to be clear, he could have attacked Ryan's base with the
All right.
Bendu at any point.
Xander.
Yes. And on attack, the next
next.
non-heroic or
Neutral
villainous. Yep, neutral card costs 2 less.
All right.
So I have 4.
Here's your chance to be a man of honor.
I'm
Whoa.
happy to.
Because we said we would tie. I'm
Yeah.
going to deal 3 indirect damage to you.
Ah!
Assign it at your leisure.
That is the meanest thing you could possibly do. Is either I win by being a little weasel, or I tie despite all my best efforts.
Yep.
Boy.
And I'm
Xander,
sure our
Xander.
stream will hold you accountable for being a little weasel.
Xander,
You have to come on these streams more
there's
than I do.
only
The
one
chat
winner.
is going to roast you more than it's going to see me. So
Xander,
true.
there
Yeah.
can only be one winner.
I don't believe that though. That's not true.
It's not a win if you don't win.
You're either first or you're last, right?
you could
No,
you
you-
could
wait, wasn't
you
it
could
you
put
who
your 2
cheated me out of
damage
it?
on there and then let the
Shut
chips
up.
fly
I
wherever
didn't do
Tyler
anything.
wants to put them, and then you can hold
No,
him
no, no.
accountable instead of this.
Whoa, hang on.
Wait.
Tyler is still holding
Who's
up
holding
his
me
play,
accountable?
So yeah, we have no idea what Tyler's going to do.
Oh gosh. Okay. Wait. Who has claimed what thing so far?
Nothing's
no one
been
has-
claimed.
no one's
This
claimed
is
any token.
3 indirect
That's
damage
3
coming
indirect.
at you.
That's your action.
You
So
get to choose where
if
it
it
goes.
matters, Xander, the chat, we have one person saying Xander and him. We have someone else saying Weasel.
Weasel. Can I get a third opinion?
Be the
Chat is
weasel.
ruthless 'cause I'm playing
Weasel.
Bubba
It's given
Django.
to weaselness.
No, the
Do
chat
it,
is
Xander.
ruthless.
Be the Weasel.
Oh, just period.
The chat is ruthless
It's
because
like
the chat
it's
is ruthless.
completely
sure.
even.
Then that's not the Jedi way. For
It's just,
honor.
it's really what's in your heart. Then if the chat can't help you, it's
Always
just what
two there
your
are.
heart
Oh,
says. What
we
kind
got
of
both
person
Jedi
are you?
and
That's
Sith.
fair. The thing I'm most worried about right now is
Yeah.
so
If
Whatever I'm
Tyler
gonna
goes
do.
crazy
Tyler
and then
yeah,
deals
Tyler
damage
does
to you,
something.
but
Yeah.
that's just something you have to let the cards lie. You've got all these sentinels in the ground.
I was saying, yeah. What am I going to do? Play a ready space unit?
could. Or
What am I doing? What am I going to do? Play sneak attack?
Oh boy.
I mean,
Are
there
you
could
a
be a
man of
Millennium
honor?
Falcon in your deck.
There is a Millennium
I'm
Falcon in
trying
my
to
deck.
So here's the problem, everyone. If you
Uh-huh.
tune into our all-day stream for Jump to Lightspeed Start, I believe me and Eric were trying to tie. Was that you or
Oh,
that cost us the perfect handshaking tie?
Probably.
making
That
me
sounds
take
like
the
something I would
blast.
do. That sounds
Well,
like
I
something
think
would do.
Weasel's pretty solidly winning now. We got do
Whoa,
it,
whoa, whoa,
Weasel
whoa,
10 out of
whoa.
10. Embrace the Weasel.
Chat, come on.
Anakin kill him. Do it. Let
That-
the Weasel flow
Oh,
through
no.
you.
3 damage for
That's my
you.
new Chiron for the rest of the time. I can't handle that. Okay, is there any way that he
Nope.
messes with us?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, I mean like
Oh, absolutely. There's ways he can
with
mess
the
with us.
tokens. Because yeah, well, should he have any direct? Oh, there's
If you go to even and I take blast, you are still even.
Yeah.
we are still even. But you also could have like a daring raid
I'm out
or
of
something.
actions here, so you could
Yep.
take one, so that if I take blast,
Ah,
you're
there's the
locked.
Weasel.
Weasel time.
weasel-
I weaseled. I full weaseled.
Mace
Yes.
Windu.
I'm on to you, Xander.
Mace Windu will crash your party and defeat your Obi-Wan.
Oh.
And then when he
And then
does that, he's going to ready.
readies.
Oh yes, he does.
Oh, and the Bendy's in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to go out swinging, and it was going to be rad.
I wasn't sure what it was, and that was
Yep.
I shouldn't have weaseled because I have an answer.
But you
It's your
almost
turn.
pulled that
I will
off,
pay
Tyler, yeah.
2.
If it
because
weren't
of
for the
Bendu's
Bendu, I was
ability.
trying to
had
figure
it.
out
I'll
how to
take
Yeah.
down Mace.
take down Mace.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll claim the blast token.
And there
Alright.
it is.
Deal 1.
I'll go to a clean 20 damage on my base.
But you would have had to claim anyway the blast token.
Yeah, so I was thinking you could put
It's-
1 there so we could set up
Oh,
the
if I
blast
would've-
token.
oh, yeah, that's fair.
But
I'm
you
gonna
went
take the
full weasel.
I did full
actually.
weasel.
Xander pulls it off.
I
Take the initiative and Xander wins the game.
Yes. All right. Good games all around. We can.
Great game,
Great
great game. Tyler, great game. That was just such an awesome game that we had there.
I
That was
agree.
just
yeah,
excellent.
we played Star Wars
Great
Unlimited.
game. Right? That was great. All right. Let's flip back around the table here.
Yeah,
We can
let's
move the
do
cameras
it.
real quick. That was good. I can't
That was
believe I'm
something, all
losing.
right. I learned something about my friends today, that's for sure.
I honestly, I really didn't want to do it, but I thought Tyler was gonna like daring raid you to
Oh,
the
sure,
victory or
sure.
something.
Yeah.
Just to be clear,
Yeah, I had
clear,
to do it.
I had Mace in my hand
Yeah.
and also Cassian in my resources. So I had options.
Yeah.
Were it not for the Bendu, I very, very easily could have damaged your
Did you
base.
like
I
the
could've put 4 on
Bendu
it, yeah.
takedown play? I felt pretty good.
That's
proud
pretty
of that
good,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. Sneak attack, Bendu, takedown. We love that. I couldn't have asked for a better last turn. Darth Weasel. Oh no.
Darth Weasel.
Zan Weasel is so good, actually.
Oh, Sand Weasel.
Oh boy.
Oh, how did we not think
Oh,
of that? That's
man.
perfect.
You're better than us.
Zan Weasel.
No, that's what we outsource the chat for.
I'm gonna
They
get like a
come up
name
with the
tag
good-
and print it out next time I see you.
Oh
so
my
you can wear it for a whole
It's gonna
day.
be all my cute
You've
people
earned
out
this.
there. I love winning in Twin Sons, but I always feel so bad.
Nuh-uh.
Especially weaseling to the victory. But
Yeah, weaseling the
That's why
victory is one
weaseling
way to
is
do
It's,
it.
it's a multiplayer format where politics is
yeah.
I'm
the
so bad at
name of the
politics.
game.
Yeah.
Hey, you did a pretty good job.
Yeah, you did a great job.
You did a pretty good job.
All right. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna just have to go home after this one. I think I'm gonna have to
Like look in the mirror and be like, who am I? Actually?
Wait,
Like,
wait.
I
Is
learned-
Xander going home?
Xander going home.
Is Xander going home?
Yeah.
Can I? Okay, yeah, Xander, you should go. You should go.
Okay,
Don't worry
yeah.
about it. Don't worry about it.
What do you got going on? You want to show something new?
Quick, put the spoiler up.
Yeah, let's throw a spoiler up there.
Give them a preview.
Hey.
Hey, look, it's a real card.
Wow, that's
So
a
It's
card.
really going to exist.
Wow, is that card coming out in Legends of the Force?
Yeah. It even says so in the bottom right corner.
That's amazing.
So yeah, talking about Twin Sons today, we want to show some cards similar to like what we talked about with anything where an opponent can choose is a lot better in Twin Sons because you don't have to make it that opponent where it would most likely affect them if it's a bad effect, or if it's a good effect, you can work with one of your compatriots here. I could have been like, Tyler, come on. I'd really love a card right now if you could help me out.
Yeah. Make a
so,
deal.
Yeah, super fun card here. Very thematic. And I know people have been asking again for Watto as like just a character that didn't show up in Twilight Republic in places. So I think it's a super fun one for us to chat about with Twin Sons.
Yeah.
He's going to make a deal,
Yeah.
but only the deal that he wants.
And it would have been really fun to have Watto with Hondo, because then I could start moving that experience around where it needed to be. So it would be really fun in the future. Definitely going in this deck.
You bet.
Come July, I guess.
Yeah.
You bet. And lots of health for Obi-Wan to heal.
Yeah, plenty. Oh yeah, 1/6.
Stall. You can stall all.
I can stall.
as long as you want.
You can't stop me from stalling the entire game. I will never take an action. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. We'll post our deck list, the text files version, under this YouTube video in the comments. So be sure to check that one out. Thank you three for joining us for a nice Twin Sons game. Michael, it's great to have you finally on stream.
Thank you.
We'll get you back here for another game. We'll let you play some Premier Draft coming soon.
Sure, wonderful.
Yeah. And thank you all at home. We will see you all next week for our Wacky Wednesday. I saw some people asking for a good question like, oh, can we have a hint? I think we said that it's going to be Twin Sons, but we are going to,
Change the rules.
We're going to change the rules in a very meaningful way.
Simple but meaningful.
Simple but meaningful, just to try to do something new. And we'll talk more about what Wacky Wednesdays will look like going forward, but be sure to tune in for that stream next week. We'll see you all next time, and thanks for joining us.